Welcome to May's Lug Life. I'm May, and this is my first impression video of the Whisk Lunch Tote. Before I go on, I just want to let you know that I actually don't own this item. I don't have it. I've never seen it in real life. This is just a first impression video. This is the first time of me just looking at it with you guys online, so I'm just here looking at it with you because this is the only place I can look at it. If there was a store I could go into and see it for real, I would, but unfortunately, yes, we are sort of left with only being able to see things online. So let's take a look at the price, because that's the first thing that hit me. $62 is a lot of money for a lunch tote. It's kind of insane, actually. I don't know how big it is. It doesn't look huge. I mean, I'm just looking at that Lug logo there, and it's, you know, yeah, it's a lunch tote. It's nothing big. It looks like I can only carry one person's lunch. It won't be able to. This is not like a family lunch tote. You can carry everyone's snacks and things like that. You might be able to carry, you know, a few bottles or cans of whatever if you're, you know, sitting on the deck, or if you're you know, taking it out on a canoe trip or something like that. But it's not really, like I said, it's not something that you can take as a big you know, sort of family lunch tote. It really is just for one person. But okay, so but more importantly, I think let's just look at the colors, because it looks like there's some really fun colors. Now this is very old school Lug, where they've got solid bright colors, and they sort of, you know, put trims and things like that in the coordinating colors. That's sort of an old Lug thing that they used to do, oh geez, now probably like 10 years ago. And it's kind of cool to see it come back. So first off, it looks to me like this is fruit punch, maybe? Fruit punch and Kelly Green. Let's just see what it says. Whoops. Yep, fruit punch and Kelly Green. So let's just take a bigger look at that. Yeah, so the little trim there around the zipper is the Kelly Green, which is kind of cute. It really gives a fun little accent. Like I said, that used to be what Lug used to do all the time. In fact, that used to be this, like the whole zipper would be that color. It wouldn't be the gunmetal. It was actually that, like, so you would get like a really good solid green zipper around there as well. The gunmetal is fine. I kind of did like it when they had like the big chunkier colored zippers. They were really high quality. It felt like those things like would never die. I still have those big those big honking old zippers that Lug used to have, and they're practically foolproof. They never seem to catch. They're super sturdy. They are really butter smooth. I mean, Lug is known for their zippers, like being really nice. They usually try to get really good quality zippers, but the older ones, they just had this feeling like you could like run them over with like a tank, and it probably would still open and close. So anyways, so there's the interior. So you get the lining with the green trim there. So you can see it's not super thick, and there's a little pouch there. It's got its own gusset, so that's cute. Okay, so that's kind of what it looks like. So those are the two colors on the first one. The next one is black and metallic silver. So very gender neutral. That looks good actually on her. Is there more? Is that the only? Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, so you can just see a little bit of that white there in the zipper, which is kind of cool. Okay, so that's that one. Hey, oh, I see. Okay, because I was like, wait a minute, I just saw that they had the little color swatches there, and it said that the interior is a love stripe black. But I was like, well, where is that? It's obviously in the inside of the pocket on the outside. So the back pocket, that little back zipper. So the interior of that would be the love stripe black, and then the inside of that front silver pouch would also be the love stripe black, which means I didn't even check to see what the inside of this would be. They should probably show you. So the inside of that one is the green bouquet cream. That's what that's called. Okay, green bouquet cream. Okay, so there is that one. So let's look at the next color. So this is grape and lime. This is cool. Very 80s. Wow, is this ever 80s? What a throwback. Let's see here. Let's see if I can get this bigger. There we go. Yeah, that's fun. That is so 80s. I love it. And that's got the brushstroke print on the inside, which is really cool. I love that. Oops, went too far. Actually, I guess we should look at these since I'm right here. Okay, so it looks like it packs a fair bit. I mean, you've got like a sandwich, there's a couple of pieces of fruit, a box of cookies, looks like maybe a granola bar or something like that in there, maybe some mints, and then another little container of what, grapes or something. So, okay, it does hold a fair bit. Like if you got a big pasta in there, you probably could throw that in there. It's definitely not a small lunchbox, but it's not big either. Yeah, like for example, like you could probably take this to go grocery shopping and pick up like 1 pint of ice cream, but you wouldn't be able to pick up, 2 pints and a bunch of like frozen dinners. Because that's another reason why I keep all my insulated bags as well. I will take them grocery shopping so that when I bring back frozen foods, they're not sort of mixed in with everything else, and they actually sort of stay a little bit colder so that they make it home in better shape. So that's another reason why I get them. So for me, this would be probably way too small to go grocery shopping with, but it's probably just enough to throw in, I don't know, like 6 cans of pop and I don't know, maybe like a chocolate bar and, a couple of energy bars, just in the car so that I've got like a few snacks in the back of the car. So, and yeah, if I was taking it to work for lunch, but I think it's still too big. Like it would be kind of an awkward thing to carry around if you're taking your lunch in that to work with you. Okay, actually, you know what? This is a really good way to see this too. So I don't know what size chuggy that is. I don't know if that's a 12 or 16 inch or ounce. I think it looks like it's the larger one. It looks like it's the 16. And it looks like you're not able to put probably even the 12 ounce in there. So this thing is probably way too short to put water bottles in. You might be able to put like the short little, like the throwaway water bottles, like maybe like juice boxes, like Tetra Packs, cans of pop. I don't know. Probably even like the large Gatorades wouldn't fit in here. So it's kind of limiting as to what you can put in because it's kind of a weird shape. Like a little cube is kind of an odd shape for a lunchbox. Oh, they're so cute. They almost look like little robots, don't they? Yeah, they're cute. Okay, fun colors. So I'm jumping ahead here. Okay, so that was the grape and the lime. The magenta and coral. That is fun. So if you're really into the bright colors, if you were really into the neons last year and you haven't quite had enough, here we go. There's more neon that you can get because I don't think they actually had a lot of neon like insulated things, if I'm not mistaken. In fact, I don't think there were any. So were there? Oh, geez, I can't remember. I feel like there weren't. So if you needed a lunch bag and you have like a whole collection of neons, this is a great way to finish off that collection. So you can take all your neon bags with you and also still have a lunch that matches everything else. And that's really, really cool. Okay, and then the last one here is the sky and yellow. I really like this combination. I love that a lot. And they all have that brushstroke interior, which is kind of my favorite. I actually prefer this particular print on the inside of these way more than the Brights Floral. Brights Floral, yeah. I mean, I liked that print, don't get me wrong. It's not like I didn't like the print. I just didn't like it with this particular set of stuff. It was like, these are so bright and happy and cheerful, and then the interior, those kind of got really dark. And the flowers, I know they had a little tiny bit of the neon in it, but it wasn't enough to really scream that they were a set. I actually really like the brushstrokes a whole lot more because to me, they really tie all the colors in and it's still bright and it's happy. I don't know how people feel about that, if you're into the brights, into the neons rather, if you like that or not. I have a feeling some people will be really upset because they're not going to be able to complete their set because the interiors don't match. But like if you're really not OCD, I kind of personally like this particular interior a whole lot more. And I do know that a lot of people don't like it because it looks really like messy and it's like a child did it, but I personally think it's really, really cool. So I'm really hoping to find some kind of little accessory or something like that that I can have with this on the outside because I really quite like it. Okay, so let's read, I guess, what it says. So prepare your lunch with this insulation sensation. I really don't know who writes these. Get all your food groups covered and stored in the Whisk lunch bag, designed with an adjustable shoulder strap, front zipper compartment, I mean the main one, and rear zipper pocket. It'll keep the cold things cold and the warm things warm, at least for a few hours. Okay, so even Lug's kind of admitting, like, this isn't the best, most insulating thing in the world, but it'll probably just keep your stuff, you know, from rotting between when you arrive at work, or rather when you pack your lunch before work, until you actually eat it at work. So that's pretty much all it's good for. Like I said, don't carry, like, you know, tubs of ice cream in it for 4 hours in the car, because it won't make it. Okay, let's see the measurements. So it is, oh, okay, so it's not huge. 8 inches is a little bigger than it's a little smaller than I actually expected it was going to be. Somehow I thought it was going to be a little bit bigger than that. Okay, so 8 inches wide, 7 inches high, 7 inches deep. So it's really just a cube. But yeah, it's a little smaller than I thought. Somehow I thought it'd be a little bit bigger than that, but it's actually quite small. At least for me anyways. Okay, adjustable shoulder strap, front zipper compartment, top zipper compartment, rear zipper pocket, and then the inside has an insulated compartment. Okay, so let's just go back and take a look here. So the one thing that I don't love about the Lug insulated bags is that they all have this, okay, this is probably not the best like color to show it to you in. Let's do this one because you can really see the interior of this. Okay, so the one thing, I mean, so the interior is wipeable. So this is all sort of plastic. It's really easily wipeable. But if you do spill something, do you see these little green trims? They are not very wipeable. I mean, they are wipeable, but you may or may not be able to get that clean. So if you're like, let's say you've got spaghetti in there and it spills, or you've got something really, really greasy, it's going to be practically impossible to get those clean. I definitely have some insulated bags where the interior is 100% just the plastic. This one, unfortunately, they've got that ribbing all the way around. It's cute. It makes it fun to look at, but if you really have a mess in there, it just makes it a little bit harder to clean, because this is not plastic. This is it's this sort of the same fabric that they use for everything else. It's that classic neat like nylon. So it is supposedly treated with some kind of like water resistant thing, so you catch it quickly. If it's not too greasy, you might be able to get it out, but it's still not gonna be easy to clean. It's not like 100% totally just wipeable, or even like just washable, like when you throw it in the, you know, throw a little bit of detergent in there and rinse it around in the sink and dump it. This is all gonna sort of get kind of very wet. So just to put that out there for anyone who knows that they're going to be carrying a lot of like kind of gross stuff. Okay, so, oh, and also like I had a friend of mine who used to carry like an insulated thing like this for things like she used to have, her kid used to have, her baby, I should say, used to use like reusable diapers, like cloth diapers, and so she would actually put it in insulated things, because she could wipe it down, and it usually was pretty airtight, so the smell wouldn't escape. So if she was out and about, and she wanted to, you know, put this somewhere, she'd put it in a little plastic bag and then throw it into like an insulated bag, because you didn't want like a really hot car with hot rotting diaper. So that's why she had it. It was like a very unique thing that I'd never heard anybody use an insulated bag for. But I imagine if you have like something like that, that would be really hard to get like baby doo-doo out of. So not saying that that's what you want to put in there, just an idea, and just a thought that, you know, like I was just thinking, like if I were to give this to her, you know, she probably would be like, yeah, it would be really hard to clean. So anyways, my mind just went in a different direction there. I just thought I'd share that little story with you. So that's kind of, for me, it's a little bit weird. Now, I'm also noticing that these straps are not removable. Now, I don't think you'd want to remove it because there's no other way to carry this thing. Like there's no top handle, there's no, you know, whatever, there's no other way to carry it, so you don't want to take it off. But it does say it is adjustable, so that's kind of cool. So you can have it, you know, as long as you want. So it can be crossbody or it can be a shoulder bag. And I'm wondering, that looks like it's as short as it can be. So you wouldn't be able to just like shorten that strap all the way down, so you can use it almost like a long, like top handle. Okay, let's look at this video and see what it says. Oh, actually, have I looked at that? Yeah, I have looked at all the measurements and stuff. Okay, so here we go. Is it bad that I'm noticing the pillows, and I really love the pillows on the sides on those chairs? Yeah, it's really bulky. So if you have a car, you can take this as your lunch bag. But if you're a kid and you're taking this to school with you, you've got your lunch bag already, and then to have to carry this giant monster on top of it. And when I say giant, obviously it's not huge, but it is big considering, like you have to, let's say you're carrying other stuff. It's kind of awkward. This is one of those ones, I think, if you have a car and you want to just carry snacks for the kids in the back seat, like all their drinks are in one thing, their lunches are in another, the fruits in another, so you can sort of sort them all out and they can stack really nicely and they're all sort of color coordinated. That might be a good way to go. If you are going to work and you're carrying your lunch and you have a car and you've got a pretty decent desk and you want to and you can shove this whole thing in the fridge, it's fine. But I don't think this is one of those ones where if you're a commuter, and I always think commuter because I commute on transit. So if I were to take my lunch, I would not use this because it's bulky. So if I'm carrying my purse and I'm carrying my big work bag, this wouldn't fit in my big work bag. So that means I'd have to carry it separately, which means this thing is going to be bopping around on my hip and banging into people and banging into like walls and corners and seats and stuff like that. So it would just be way too awkward and big. So for me, this wouldn't work for my purposes. Like I said, unless I was traveling in a car and I just wanted to take a few snacks, or if I wanted to like say put all the pop in here with like an ice pack. So that I knew that all the pop was in there. Maybe if I had, because I had another one and that's where all the fruit lived. If I really wanted to sort of segregate my food, that would be one way to go. But I don't know. I think this is a bit of an awkward sort of shape and size. I have this weird feeling we're going to see this one come down in price a lot. I don't think this is going to be a super, super popular lunch bag. Like, I don't think this is going to be flying off the shelves simply because it is that weird, awkward shape. It's not really compactable. There's only one way to carry it. There's no prints. So anyone who likes prints are going to be disappointed. And not everybody likes neons. So, but it is like the good thing about this is it's very gender neutral. There's no flowers. There's flowers on the inside. But you could give this to like a little boy who's really into bright colors, or your teenager who's really into bright colors, or into like that retro 80s look. If your whatever brother, husband, whatever, lived through the 80s, and this is going to just be like retro for them if they're really into like neon colors, this is a great thing to have. But anything short of that, I think it's going to be a bit much. So anyway, so there you go. That is my first impression of this, of the, what's it called now? Oh, I can't remember. Oh my goodness, what's it called? The Whisk Lunch Tote. Anyways, let me know what you think. Let me know if you bought any. If so, what are you going to use them for? Who are they for? What colors did you get? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. So that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It would mean a great deal to me, as it really helps with the algorithm in getting this video and channel seen. It also helps if you subscribe to the channel or buy me a coffee. You can find out more about that in the description below. And as always, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.